This is a new episode of the Mr. Frontend community, and today I want to talk with you about the Fetch API in JavaScript. Maybe you remember in the old days of jQuery, or maybe it's not that old for you, but we used to do everything with the XMLHttpRequest, and well, for a long time that was good. And there came a time where we needed a better solution for that. And I think the Fetch API is a better solution for that because it's all promise based and everything is asynchronous. And that's much better than the old XMLHttpRequest. Still, it got some update, and you can do asynchronous calls. But I think the Fetch API is much easier. So let's skip the boring stuff and dive into the code, and let's make it quick. So here I have the Fetch API, and this Fetch API is asynchronous. And well, what does that say? Well, over here you see the before fetch, after fetch, and after that you see the data from the Fetch API. So if this would have been synchronous, then you would first have seen in the before fetch in the console, and after it you would have seen the data in the console, and then the after fetch. So you will see it in a order, but since the Fetch API is asynchronous, you will see it in a different order, because the JavaScript parser starts here, go to the Fetch API, and the fetch will return a promise. So a promise means, well, I will promise you something, but you don't know when I'm gonna fulfill that promise, but you know I'm gonna fulfill that promise. And so it waits here, and in the meantime it will parse this console log, and then it goes back and it gets a response back from the server, and that response needs to be changed to JSON, and that JSON also returns a promise, and this will result in the second then method where you have access to data. So over here you see I'm going to the HTML and print out the login name. So it's super easy to read. If you forget this one, it won't return the data. It will return your response. So don't forget that one. But you will see if you delete it.